Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. We're keeping an eye on some severe weather possibilities over the weekend. We have a storm tracker alert days for Saturday and Sunday, and it really is more for early Sunday morning than anything else. We have it up on Saturday just to kind of give us a pre-warning, and also because there could be a few storms that try to develop, say 10, 11 o'clock at night. So it's not going to be something that impacts us all weekend. That's the good news here. So we'll see a severe line of storms early Sunday morning. Damaging winds, isolated tornadoes will be the main threat from all this. I'm still struggling with a cold and doing my best with my voice. It's just about gone at this point. So here we are, a slight risk for severe weather across our entire area is level 2 of 5. There is an enhanced bullseye up in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, central Mississippi, but our area is all in that level 2 slight risk zone for now. That can be changed, obviously, by the Storm Prediction Center. So here's the important part. Here's the future cast, and we're looking at Saturday afternoon at 2. I stopped it at 2 because that's when our parades are rolling in the afternoon, and it looks fine. It'll be windy. It'll be warm. You'll be able to go to those parades in tank tops if you want. It's going to be in the upper 70s. It's going to be really warm. In fact, you're going to want to not be, if you have a long sleeve Mardi Gras shirt that you like to wear or something like that, don't do it on Saturday afternoon. All right, so Saturday evening is still going to be pretty warm, and I think we'll be okay. We do have parades rolling that night. The Fox 10 float is in there as well. We have the Pharaohs and the Conde Explorers. I'm not sure which one we're going to be rolling with. I think it's the Pharaohs, but I'm not sure. But either way, you'll be able to check us out if you're catching that parade that evening. I'll be on the float, hopefully. As long as the weather is holding off like I think it will, I'll be on that float. But then the weather will likely start turning. We might have a couple of isolated storms, say 10, 11 o'clock at night on Saturday. But the models are not really doing a whole lot with that, so hopefully that won't be too much there. The real issue will be about starting around 2 in the morning. That's when the main line comes in. And that main line is going to sweep through, and it's going to sweep through fairly quickly. That's the great news with this one. 4 in the morning, get that initial bit of that initial line in. That initial front edge of that line is where we have the strongest weather. So, for 15, 20 minutes, you may get some very gusty winds. It's possible we could see severe weather at that point. But then after that, you get some rain for about an hour, and then it's done because it's moved off to the east. So this is not going to be a long-running event. You might sleep right through it, although I would suggest you have a way to wake up if there's a tornado warning. Our Fox 10 weather app works great for that. And then that'll keep working its way on past us, and by 7, 8 in the morning, it's done, and we don't have to worry about it. So if we don't get those isolated storms late Saturday night, which we may not, they're just isolated, and we only get that line really in the wee hours of Sunday morning, this thing doesn't impact our weekend too badly at all. So that's the good news. That timing works out pretty well. Here's our satellite radar. It's pretty quiet out there. Today, it's going to be a nice day. We'll see more clouds building in, upper 60s for highs. Really a nice day here for our Valentine's Day. You can see the highs around the region once again, upper 60s and low 70s in some spots. And there's your parade forecast tonight. Of course, the Conde Cavaliers kick things off in Mobile, low 60s. So if you're going out to the parade, you're taking your sweetheart out to dinner, we're talking low 60s here, looking pretty nice. You probably only need a very light cover up out there this evening. I would suggest you do that. You may go out there in short sleeves, say, it's fine. But, the breeze picks up once it turns dark. If you're in between buildings of that breeze, it may feel a little chilly. So just make sure you have a light jacket with you in case. All right, I'm almost there. All right, so here's the 7-day forecast. Once again, we have the alert day up for both Saturday and Sunday, but really it's just a small window on early Sunday morning, so it will not ruin your whole weekend. Then we turn chillier after that as we go into next week, Monday morning down into the 30s. And then check this out. This is the long-range outlook. Finally seeing some winter-like weather return. And I want you to look down the line here on the 10-day forecast. Look at Thursday, 44 for a high. Friday, 49 for a high. So much cooler air, 28 for a low on Thursday, and probably be down the 20s again on Friday morning of that week. So much chillier there. Finally, some winter-like weather returning. So next week is going to be a lot cooler than the last couple of weeks. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10. Stay tuned all through the day and on our Fox 10 weather app.